Hello, everybody! BeMetalways here. Today, another installment of the weekly album review, and I want to talk about the Black Crown Initiate Violent Portraits of Doomscape. The album was released by Century Media Records on August 7th, 2020. So let me quickly give you a very quick recap for those who don't know this band very well. Black Crown Initiate is a progressive death metal band from Pennsylvania. Prior to 2020, they have released two albums, 2014's The Wreckage of Stars and 2016 Selves We Cannot Forgive. Both were very well received by most critics, and I personally don't know the debut very well, but the second one is a very good album that I really like it. It was on my top 10 2016 year-end list. The current lineup is the original vocalist James Dorton, the guitarist and clean singing Andy Thomas, and bassist Nick Shaw. Additionally, the guitarist Ethan McKenna joined the band in 2018. They don't have an official drummer at the moment, but Gabe Sieber from the Kennedy Vale, which is a tech death metal band, recorded the new album. So after 4 years of wait, Black Crown Initiate is bringing their latest effort. So Violent Portraits of Doomscape. From the get-go, I like the structure of this album. It's 9 songs in 51 minutes, so it's pretty concise. Two of those are short instrumentals, the track number 5 and the last one, track number 9. I like this also because it breaks the album into two parts. It's nice parallel to the album cover, which is the two kings' heads depicting like a version of the King of Hearts card. Also, good points here for the very nice artwork. While the songs are relatively long, they never go above 8 minutes. So it makes this album not so difficult to digest, especially from a prog album perspective. But it still gives the room for a lot of solos, instrumental interludes, and experimentation. This band never gets very excessive. So the first minutes of the first song, Invitation, serves as a very good intro for the album. So you have like clean vocals over an acoustic guitar. And the contrast with the second verse is shocking. When I heard it from the first time in my headphones walking, I was like, "Oh, what is that?" It really made an impact. It's very abrupt. We went from Genesis like intro to Behemoth like verse in just over a minute. Those first minutes are already a good sample of the album ahead. It's very dynamic, progressive, heavy at times, but also atmospheric and elegant at other moments. It mixes aggression and melody very well during the whole album. A highlight for me is also the guitar work. In that case, not only the album title resembles Meshuggah, The Violent Sleep of Reason, but also the fantastic guitar work and the riffs remind me a lot of Meshuggah. Speaking of guitars, we are blessed with some very strong guitar solos. The one in the opening track, Invitation, which is followed by an acoustic interlude that only enhances the experience, is one of my favorites, and the other one on Holy Silence. Years in Frigid Light was actually the first single of the album, released back in November 2019 as a demo. But after playing the song live, they perfected, and this version is just fantastic. It features a very cool guitar tone and a super catchy chorus contrasting with the aggressive death metal vocals. It's almost like a song from the previous album on steroids. Another very cool song is Son of War, and Son here in terms of offspring, because there's also the Son of War as in the star. But first, I'm talking about Son of War as offspring. This song slows things down to a haunting mood, and it's a nice short song, one of the very few that are short in this album. What I found very interesting was the clean vocals remind me a lot of Mastodon's Brand Daler. And here you should take it as a compliment because I really like his voice as well. It's a very melodic and catchy chorus, a feature that reoccurs at several moments in the album. Also at display here are the abilities of the session drummer Gabe Sieber. Fantastic performance on this album. The instrumental song, yeah, I hear for a lack of a better word because it actually sounds like an annoyed primate screaming, whatever. But this short song below serves as a moment to catch your breath before the second half of the album with the three more songs and the closer instrumental. Additionally, there are several passages where Black Crow Initiate slows down a bit and focus more on their atmospheric compositions. Usually not for a full song, but in some intros and interludes, like in the song Trauma Bonds or Death Comes in Reverse, you have these atmospheric passages, but it's all over the album, really. Another song I want to talk about is Holy Silence, that brings the album to a close in style, as it is one of the best in the album. It features some of the most aggressive moments and a fantastic guitar solo. Really recommend that one. Here, the death growls go more into like a between the Barry and me mode, and this reminds me to also talk about the vocals overall. The death metal vocals from James Dorton are dynamic, like the rest of the album, and they can sound anywhere from Behemoth's Nergal to Between a Barry and Me, Tommy Rogers. So very cool vocals on this album, both the death metal and the clean ones. Overall, I like the production of the album. It's modern, it's clear, the drums sound great, and the bass is usually clear in the mix. The use of acoustic guitars also worked well, and it's a very nice addition to it. There are some interesting moments when listening on the headphones, so I definitely recommend that. I don't really have any major complaints with this album, but if I would pick a couple of things would be that sometimes the transitions were very abrupt, which disturbed the flow a bit. The second little thing is that there is a bit too much atmospheric or clean passages. Maybe some songs could exist without them or be a bit faster in tempo. In that sense, Death Comes in Reverse is one of the only songs that really didn't work or appeal to me very much. In conclusion, Black Crown Initiate fans will dig this album, I think. It is not a big departure from the previous records while having its own character. Regarding new fans, I believe it will have greater appeal to the prog fans rather than with the death metal fans. That's because there's a lot of clean vocals, atmospheric passages, and melodic moments. For me, that works very well, and Violent Portraits of Doomscape is one of the best prog albums of 2020 so far, and to me, anyways, is also at par with their previous releases. As a very good album, I'm giving it 83 out of 100. And if you want a class on modern progressive metal, give it a try. So again, thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe, help me out here, like the video, and be meta always.